In the quiet, flourishing village of Oluama, life moved gently like the evening breeze. It was a place where the clay roofs gleamed red beneath the sun, where women sang at the stream, and where children played barefoot across the soft earth. Among the villagers, two maidens were spoken of more than any other: Lina and Chiamaka. They were both 17, tall, graceful, and strikingly beautiful. So beautiful, the people of Oluama called them the daughters of the sun. Wherever they walked, the world seemed to pause. Men stopped mid-sentence. Elders nodded in approval. Little children giggled and whispered, "See them, the sun's children have passed." Though they looked like sisters, their hearts flowed in different directions. Lina had a heart like cool water, calm, refreshing, gentle. She was the type who stopped to greet elders properly, who shared her last fruit with a hungry child, who walked beside her mother on the farm from morning till sunset without a complaint. Her beauty was not just of the skin. It was the kind that shone from the soul. Chiamaka, on the other hand, was bold, confident, and sharp-tongued in a charming way. She loved bright beads, colorful wrappers, and red camwood on her lips. She enjoyed being admired, and admiration followed her naturally. But deep inside, a small seed was growing, a seed of comparison. Everywhere she turned, Lina's name seemed to echo. The elders praised Lina. Children adored Lina. Young men secretly carved Lina's name behind their hearts. That seed began to twist. Still, the two girls were inseparable. They fetched water together, they laughed together, they cooked together, and every evening they sat under the ancient Iroko tree to share moonlight stories. If Lina was the calm river, Chiamaka was the vibrant flame, and together they balanced each other. But balance can be shaken. One morning, Oluama awoke to the loud beat of royal drums. News spread fast like wildfire. Prince Kelechi had returned from his years of travel. He was searching for a bride. A grand dance would be held on the next full moon. Every maiden was expected to come. The prince would choose the one whose heart and beauty captured him. The village buzzed with excitement. Young girls opened their mothers' treasure boxes, searching for fine wrappers. Mothers brought out their sacred oils. The drummers practiced new rhythms with heavy palms. The air was filled with hope. But Lina remained calm. She said with a smile, "If the prince chooses me, good. If he chooses another, may joy follow her." Chiamaka's heart tightened. The seed inside her finally broke open. "Must Lina take this one too?" she thought. Everything good always finds her. Her jealousy rose like smoke from burning wood. That evening, Chiamaka slipped away quietly, walking toward the forest's edge where Mama Onari lived, the old woman whose name carried whispers behind it. The hut stood lonely, half covered by wild vines. Smoke curled lazily from the roof hole. Chiamaka knelt before her. "Mama," she whispered, "I want Lina's beauty to fade before the dance." Mama Onari looked at her long and deep, as though she were staring straight into her soul. "Jealousy," she said slowly, "is a fire that burns the one who carries it." Chiamaka bowed her head, ashamed yet determined. "Please, Mama, help me." The old woman sighed, reached into a gourd and brought out a small bottle filled with dark, shimmering oil, the color of moonless night. "Rub this on her neck while she sleeps," Mama Onari instructed. "Her glow will vanish like dew under the sun." Then she added quietly, "But everything stolen must one day be paid for." Chiamaka accepted the oil with trembling hands. That night, the two girls lay side by side as they always did. Chiamaka watched Lina sleep so peacefully, so innocently. The moonlight fell across Lina's smooth skin like soft milk. Her heart squeezed for a moment, but the jealousy was stronger. When Lina turned in her sleep, Chiamaka silently rubbed the midnight oil on her neck and whispered in the darkness, "Now the prince will see me." The full moon rose large and glowing. The village square came alive with drums, flutes, and dancing feet. Girls shone like colorful butterflies, wrappers glittering, beads jingling, faces glowing with oils. Lina appeared in a simple white wrapper with cowrie shells in her hair, but simplicity could not hide her grace. When she danced, she moved like flowing water. Her steps were soft, her smile radiant, her aura glowing. Even the elders whispered, "This child is touched by the gods." Chiamaka entered the arena next, clothed in scarlet wrappers and gold beads that caught the firelight. She was undoubtedly beautiful, but something about her lacked warmth. The crowd admired her, but they did not feel her. Then the drums stopped. Prince Kelechi stood. He opened his mouth to speak, but at that exact moment, Lina staggered. Her knees buckled. She collapsed in the center of the square. Gasps filled the air. She was carried to her mother's hut as her beauty faded before everyone's eyes. Her glowing skin dulled, her voice weakened, her eyes dimmed. The prince, shaken, postponed his decision. Chiamaka panicked. This wasn't what she wanted. She wanted Lina dim, not dying. She ran to Mama Onari. "Mama, she is fading away. She is dying." Mama Onari looked at her with deep sadness. "You harmed a heart that loved you. The spirits do not forgive betrayal. If you do not confess, both your souls will suffer." Chiamaka's heart broke. She returned to Lina's side that night. Lina lay weak, barely breathing. Chiamaka knelt beside her and sobbed from the deepest part of her soul. "I did this. I poisoned your beauty. I harmed you out of envy. Forgive me, my sister of laughter." Lina opened her weak eyes, a single tear rolling down. "Why, Chiamaka?" Her voice trembled. "I would have stepped aside for you." Chiamaka cried harder, her tears wetting the mat. The village gathered in shock, murmuring as the truth was told. The healer stepped forward. To restore what was taken, a price must be paid. Chiamaka was given an impossible task. She must walk barefoot into the sacred forest and retrieve the feather of Urumi, a rare white and gold feather that only appears to a heart washed clean by truth. Chiamaka didn't hesitate. She walked into the night barefoot, with tears still drying on her cheeks. The forest was dark. Roots caught her feet. Thorns tore her wrapper. Strange sounds echoed. Fear clung to her like fog. But she kept walking. Hours passed. She fell many times, but her heart remained open, honest, broken, and cleansed. Just before dawn, she collapsed on the forest floor, and there before her stood the Urumi bird, majestic, shimmering like stardust. It dropped a single feather at her feet. Chiamaka picked it up with trembling fingers. She returned to the village at sunrise, barefoot, scratched, exhausted, but transformed. She placed the feather beside Lina, and as the first light of morning touched the hut, Lina's glow returned. Her skin slowly warmed, her eyes brightened, her voice strengthened. By sunrise, Lina was whole again, radiating even more grace than before. When Prince Kelechi stood before the two girls the next evening, he looked at them thoughtfully. He said, One taught me grace, the other taught me truth. But only one kept her heart pure. He chose Lina. Chiamaka did not cry. She did not envy. She smiled genuinely because her heart was free. Lina became queen, gentle, wise, beloved. And Chiamaka, she dedicated her life to guiding young women, teaching them about envy, kindness, and the dangers of comparison. She became a counselor, a comforter, a woman respected by all. People said the flame became light. And though their paths were different, Lina never stopped being a sister to Chiamaka. Their bond, once broken, became stronger, woven with forgiveness. And thus, the village remembered. Beauty is a gift. Kindness is a treasure. But a pure heart is the crown that lasts forever. If you love this story, do well to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't for more interesting stories. Bye!